Thursday, May 28th is the first night of Shavuot. Our friends at the Rogachi Foundation are offering Jerusalem Connection readers a special chance to win a unique piece of Jewish art if you can answer a piece of Jewish holiday trivia. On Shavuot, Jews celebrate the events that took place on Mount Sinai. The Bible recounts that 50 days after the Hebrews were miraculously rescued from slavery in Egypt, Moses revisited Mount Sinai. As you may recall, Mount Sinai is the same humble spot where God first spoke to his faithful servant through the burning bush. In Exodus 19, we learn that when God descended on the mountain, thunder ripped through the sky and the mountain shook. A shofar blew a long blast. A dense cloud of smoke and fire surrounded the mountaintop. When Moses was on the mountain, God warned that no one, not even the animals, were to touch the mountain or it would be certain death. But God's promise to them was that if they kept his covenant, then they would be a kingdom of priests among the nations. As you can see, Shavuot is no small holiday. This is a huge moment being recognized in the story of Israel as a nation. There's a special account in the Jerusalem Talmud about Elkanah, the father of Samuel, the biblical judge and prophet. In the Talmudic teaching, Elkanah was blessed with being the father of Samuel, the anointed, because Elkanah pleased God by making regular pilgrimages to the Tabernacle in Shiloh. The Talmud says Elkanah campaigned to bring the entire Jewish people to Shiloh. He is memorialized as a great leader because of his intent to encourage all Israelites to go up to Shiloh, where God's presence rested on the tabernacle for over 300 years. The Jerusalem Talmud specifically states that Elkanah went to Shiloh 4 times a year. But why 4 times? According to the Torah, there are only 3 holidays on the Jewish calendar that require the Israelites to make a pilgrimage: Passover, Shavuot, and Sukkot. Elkanah apparently took himself an additional 4th pilgrimage to Shiloh every year as a present to God. Elkanah is not mentioned many times in the Bible. The Jewish sages learned that Elkanah went to Shiloh 4 times a year from the verse, "And the man would ascend from his city, as was his custom, to bow down and bring sacrifices to the God of hosts in Shiloh." The Jewish sages understood that Elkanah went to Shiloh 4 times a year from the verse. But how did they get 4 when the scripture only indicates that Elkanah went to Shiloh from time to fulfill his vows and bring sacrifices at the tabernacle? The question that the Rogachi Foundation presents to you, all our Bible enthusiasts, is this: how do we know, or how did the Jewish sages deduct that Elkanah went to Shiloh 4 times a year? Our friends at the Rogachi Foundation are offering a special art prize to the first person who can answer this question. Michael and Ina Rogachi are world-famous Jewish artists living in Finland. They have been partners with Jerusalem Connection and close friends of all of us for many years. They were critical in curating and sharing the Auschwitz Album Revisited series in both Ukraine and Poland, and they recently flew to Washington, D.C. to present Jim Hutchins with the Lifetime Achievement Award. Trust me, you'll not want to miss this opportunity. They are generously offering that the first person to answer the Shavuot quiz will win a special piece of original Judaica art by them. They are prepared to have more than one winner. The artwork, which I'm going to picture here, is called Chagall's Dreams, Flying Over Jerusalem. It is a fine art photography collage from their 2016 to 2020, and it is a limited edition. Please email your answer by May 28th to Ina at office@rogachifoundation.org. That's office@rogachifoundation.org. I will put the email down below. Also, please mark May 28th on your calendar as a special holy day for both Jews and Christians. Shabbat Shalom.